Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to Madam Chairwoman for her hard work on the underlying bill. Mr. Chair, I'm offering this amendment because one of the most pressing problems in my district, in Western Pennsylvania, and in America as a whole has been the massive erosion of our manufacturing and industrial base, particularly in the last 20 years. Many people view this as an older problem, but in fact, it's since the year 2000 that we have shed millions and millions of jobs, lost mostly to China and some to Mexico. But today in my district, there still remains a plant that makes large steel components for nuclear reactors and nuclear power plants and the Navy's nuclear fleet. They're organized by the IBEW. These are good-paying jobs in the manufacturing base that have remained. And so the question is, how did those jobs get there, and why did they remain? The answer is because the United States government has performed its historic role to drive open and create a new market and preserve that market with the partnership of private industry. And that's the market for nuclear energy. If the United States hadn't made its investments in the 1940s and 50s, they never would have opened the first nuclear reactor for civilian use in my district in Beaver Valley. We never would have had 15,000 people working in nuclear energy directly in Pennsylvania today, 71 additional companies, and thousands of more manufacturing jobs that allow us to sell nuclear technology all around the world. Of the many tools the U.S. government has used for this purpose, the Export-Import Bank is an important one. They have helped drive open these new markets overseas and make it possible for historic companies like Westinghouse to sell their technology all over the world, with it still being made and manufactured in the United States. And so today, as we vote to reauthorize this bank, I would ask to add an amendment that will make sure that not only will we defend the jobs we have already created, but we will play some offense and create some new jobs. And if we're going to play offense, we will keep score. We will make sure we know exactly how many jobs are both preserved and created in the energy and related manufacturing sectors. In our district, there's a company called Eaton that makes software and hardware products to integrate clean energy into the grid, both in the United States and overseas. They're one of the biggest users of EXIM financing in my district. And for them to create new manufacturing jobs to sell new ways to integrate clean energy all over the world, they need this reauthorization. Just earlier this year, I met a Pennsylvanian who's working on a design for wind turbines that look a lot more like helicopter blades than they do like the windmills we tend to see today. An entrepreneur like this will benefit from the role his government plays in reauthorizing the EXIM Bank, and we need to take careful account of every single new job that is created from new opportunities like this one. Mr. Chair, this is the United States government at its finest. We will keep score on the work we do on the EXIM Bank so that we will win. These jobs and these markets will be created somewhere. Our duty is to make sure it is here. Thank you, and I reserve the balance of my time.